going on?
Oh, we're live. Sorry, I realized what David had done, and I'm watching you, boy. Welcome to Easy to Spell, where the name is easy to spell, and we did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew, and joining me are fabulous heroes. Might not be the right word, but party sure is. Beginning with.
Hi, I'm Will, and I'm playing Dominique.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm playing Angel.
I'm Mike, and I'm playing Ash.
I'm Lucy, and I'm playing Yosha.
And I'm David. I feel sick, so I'm going to leave you with this clip. I've never, they didn't, I bet you it fucked him up. Oh, wait.
It's just, I think, a highlight of.
Oh, I love that.
Anything we've ever done. I love that. Was that the clip you meant to play, David?
It works.
Okay.
I mean, no.
I loved it. I love it. Announcements first. If there's anything we're going up to, I'm gonna spring first. If anybody ever wants to follow w.d photos on Instagram, Will and I have a little side hustle going on. We're working as photographers.
If you guys haven't seen our thumbnails, you should check those out. Because
those are fun.
The same dudes. Yeah. Just saying.
I post a lot of bullshit. I practice my Photoshop on these people. And some good stuff, some horrible stuff has all come out of it. Combination of some really fun effects that I've worked on and me pairing off certain individuals that have not been paired off, which I had fun. I'm sure it was a horrifying surprise to the two of them. We've got other stuff. We all work on other projects. I mean, what needs internet? What needs a little bit of notice on the internet? I mean,
I teach a drum line.
Yeah.
Rift percussion. Yeah, Rift percussion. We're on Facebook if you happen to want to follow us and see how we do, and maybe throw a donation our way if you're interested and want to help support us. That's it for me.
That's a lot of fun. What else have we got? Anybody working?
Muted.
I have no side hustle.
Sorry, I was gonna say Mike is really good at teaching those kids, and they get so much out of it. It is absolutely insane to watch them. So,
yep. Rachel, my understanding is you are also pretty insane at teaching kids. Is there anything you need to plug?
Yeah, sure. Armada Course is a group based out of Boise, Idaho, that has drumline that competes against Mike's group. And Color Guard, and I work with the Color Guard. And if you wanted to donate to them, those kids sure do love some help too. So
that is Rift and Armada, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get links up somewhere on our socials and stuff. I sprang it on the group that we were going to be doing like personal plugs and not just like sponsors and media.
No script, please.
Which
get us up there.
We're so close. We're very close. And until then, I'm just vamping. I'm just filling time and talking about whatever I want to talk about.
I want a banner real bad.
That's a subscriber goal. That's 100 across whatever we've got, or a single subscriber.
Oh yeah,
which I'm going to be clear. One subscriber does not pay for the banner, but I'm still willing to do that because I've posted a couple like early concepts and I kind of love them. Because David, I don't know if you noticed, but that one that I sent you was like a 4-foot banner.
It's huge.
Jesus Christ.
Man. And just
hang it out in front of my house.
It needs to match your energy. I want something that you can pull the string and it drops down behind you on stream when you do your high energy introductions. You can use your soundboard.
And then 2 subscribers, we get David air horns.
Okay, well, I'm not going to buy the air horns because
he's already got that sound file, right?
I mean, he's got the
soundboard.
I don't know where it is. I don't want to press these because I don't know what's linked to him right now. But
I do just want to point out we are literally 3 followers away on either YouTube or Twitch before we get a script. 3.
Anyway, if you're followed on one or the other, but not both, just go hit the other one and you're going to get us there. And I can explain to my wife why I'm spending money on bullshit, which is always fun. but I do it for the internet. I do it for the internet. We have, I think, one other thing that we're doing tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's almost Christmas, and we all bought presents for each other. We have a little secret Santa that we're going to open on the internet, which I just realized how fucking dangerous it is with some of the people in this group to open anonymous gifts on the internet. We have a little side bet going. We've all posted our guesses as to who bought whose presents. We're going on honor system.
Completely off.
Whoever has the most correct, I'm going to get their characters a legendary item in the game. If I, who guessed blindly, I have no idea, I have no clues to go off of. The only person who I know bought whose is me. If I get it right, I'm introducing a deck of many things, unedited, to the group. Which just means we get to go back to campaign 1 and finish the arc 2 of that much sooner because the deck of many things is full bullshit. I was thinking about how we would do this, and who would go first. I'm like, I'm the DM. We're probably would probably start with me, but there is always a story that the dice want to tell, and we are very easily numbered 1 through 6. Which in reading order, I would be 1, Will would be 2, Rachel would be 3,
Mike
who's
4,
4, Mike 4, Lucy 5, and David 6.
Yep.
Which means with a 3, Rachel gets to open her present first.
Okay, am I supposed to guess first, say who I think this is from, or just open it and then guess?
I mean, you can, but that guess wouldn't count. Your guess after opening is what counts.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's got a cute, pretty box, and this handwriting is pretty girly. So my guess is either Andrew or Lucy.
It's a 1 in 5 shot. You just insulted somebody.
It's like a 3 in 5 because.
So
yeah, you're right. I think it's 4 out of 5. Is that right?
okay, but here's my logic. Lucy has very pretty handwriting.
So does Andrew.
have very
Yeah,
pretty
we can end it there.
And then
That's all you needed to
married
say.
to somebody who has pretty handwriting. So
Yeah. So this guess doesn't count. We're not. Well, apparently your guys' wives' handwriting was just insulted.
my handwriting is terrible.
Have you seen Jade write a letter?
It's so pretty.
She has like calligraphy pens.
But I don't think this is Jade's handwriting. It doesn't feel like Jade's to me. Oh, damn it. It is Jade's. Okay.
What did you get?
So, it's a set of dice. I don't know what they look like yet. I'll open them in just a second. And then, welcome. We hope you like dogs.
Nice.
That is cute.
Which
Is Penny
we
hanging
haven't
out at your
met Penny
feet?
yet. Yes. Penny, come here. She's scared of the box I just threw on the ground. Just Miss Penny.
Oh, this is...
The sign says dogs, so maybe another one. You'll need another one.
I
You have to get Penny a boyfriend.
Dog.
or girlfriend.
Will's like,
Or
I'm
girlfriend.
crossing it out. I'm taking that shit
Yeah.
off.
Black pen, just figure it out.
Okay.
Don't get yourself in my mess, man. I had 5 at one point.
And then I'm
Alright?
gonna open up the dice so we can see what they kind of look like. Let's see. This looks
Everybody
like
loves
a Ooh,
dice. Everybody needs dice.
Yes.
I'm
I
a
am
fan.
so
my
excited about
my
this.
wife made me this cute little dice bag, and I'm excited because it looks like a fantasy queen pouch.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. I don't know if you can see, but the dice they have green and they have skulls on the inside. And
Nice.
green
What?
is my favorite color, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like moss and kind of earthy and naturey, and I like naturey things.
It's like Molodice.
You have to take a picture and post it in our Discord
Yeah.
where everybody
yeah.
can see that.
Okay,
Because everybody
I
can
will
join it because we have a link for
try.
our Discord, right?
We should post all of our gifts on Instagram.
We should.
Beautiful. It's a good idea.
Assuming
Okay,
our
I'll look
social
up-
media account manager has access again. Is she?
All right, who's next?
I'm assuming.
I'll roll the dice again.
Okay,
Threes
thank
are
you.
eliminated. 2. Will.
Who does me?
Ah,
Okay. Well, mine came in a lovely cardboard box, and going back with the handwriting thing, I'm gonna assume it's not Lucy, and it's not Rachel, and it's not Jade, Brooke, or Sarah.
But it could be one of the people with bad handwriting or their shitty writing husbands.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what Evan's handwriting looks like, so.
It's all caps, so no.
But to be fair, the name has been taken off of the label by my lovely wife, so I'm going blind on that one.
Good job. Good job, Rachel.
you're welcome. So I got a little bit of a hint on our list. Sorry.
Gift within a
We all
gift.
had some hints.
Yeah, we all know who we were supposed to get gifts for.
Oh. Yeah. Well, whoever got me this knows my gaming setup, because I did not have. You can't see it. A gaming headset stand.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna be unpacking that right now and setting it up while y'all open the rest of your gifts.
nice.
Nice. Oh, sorry, Rachel. What was your end guess? Who did you officially guess was your buyer?
Andrew.
Okay. I'm curious if that's what you guessed in Discord. But Will, do you have a guess as to who sent you
Oh,
yours?
I think it's David.
It was David. Okay. We're moving on to the next people.
Hey, human. There's more in there.
I have the
Yeah,
next
back
number
with you.
ready. I have the next number ready for when Will finishes opening his present.
I gotta find the rest of it, man. There it is. It's lights. Lights. RGB
Ooh,
lights.
Are those strip lights?
Hmm.
They look like
Yo.
it, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Are those Govee lights?
I don't know what Govee lights are.
Govee is just the brand.
Oh, I'll let you know as soon as I get the sticker off the top of it.
Okay. 4 is our next number.
Oh, that's me.
Mike?
I didn't feel like struggling in case I needed scissors, so I just went ahead and popped this. But it was wonderfully wrapped in tissue paper. So I'm gonna open it up.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, got a sweet knitted beanie.
Yeah.
Nice. That looks actually
put it on, but-
fantastic. It's been
yeah.
so
Yeah,
fucking
that
looks
cold
really
in
nice.
Idaho.
It's been freezing. It was like 10 degrees today, and like it got down to 0 last night when we were done.
What color is
Yeah.
it, the beanie? I can't
Um,
quite tell what the bottom color is.
Blue, and it looks like white.
Cool.
I'm in poor lighting too, so that's what I'm gonna say. It's got a nice little palm on the top. I love it. Thank you so much. And I'm
Blue and
guessing
white?
Lucy.
Why? What would make you think that, Mike?
Don't give anything away.
Blue and white are Broncos colors, right?
Yeah.
And orange. So perfect.
Yeah. Blue's in there.
Broncos
Okay.
have white, right? That's their travel uniform.
No, that's just all their players. I'm just kidding. I don't actually know. I don't watch a lot of football, so that I'm just making a guess off Colorado. Our next number is three's been rolled. Three's been rolled. Three's been rolled.
Weighted dice.
We got lots more to open,
Oh,
guys.
that's neat. Okay, so I have 2 guests, and then there it says Lucy, and
Aw.
there's Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles on here.
Okay.
I
Teenage
say
Mutant
that?
Tina Turners. Okay.
Yeah. I love unwrapping
start
presents.
singing.
It's my favorite thing.
It was honestly a little bit of a like restraint on my part to not start singing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song because
Okay. I'm very confused by this packaging.
Sorry, really quick. Mike, what was your guess? Who sent you yours?
Lucy.
Okay. Sorry, making sure I have this all tracked.
Very confused by it. Okay, came in this. Coconut.
Nice.
Okay. I really hope somebody just sent you a coconut.
Incense cones. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was
All
thinking, like,
There's like a lot. I was like, it
What's it called?
smells delicious, and there's lots of different flavors.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
There's so many smells in there. Okay. Very confused about the coconuts. Okay.
I kind of have a get like based off incense, but I'm like, who the fuck would have a coconut box? That's the part that's throwing me off my guess.
I got this little incense burner. I'm so excited.
what does it look like?
I'm so excited because Lucy just seems so happy. I want to see what this is so bad.
Okay, so
The packaging off
I'm
to the
sorry.
side. No, it's on brand.
Oh, nice the little
More
cones.
cones.
More incense cones.
it's a little incense burner.
Oh, nice.
I was so excited.
They work really well. Jade actually has that same
Is
one,
it?
I think.
Really
What's the, oh,
Yeah.
and it came with tweezers.
awesome.
I know.
Okay.
Who they make these.
Lucy, what's your guess? Who sent you yours?
Will.
That was a fast guess. Okay. Which means it is between David and I. We're the only ones that haven't opened.
A
so I'm
1
just
or a
gonna go-
6.
instead of- I'm rolling.
You going
I'm rolling a
high-lows it?
D4. David, do you want odds or evens?
Yeah, evens.
Okay, I'm rolling my Norse Foundry dice. Not a sponsor. They could be. They make great dice. I've got the like heavy metal. Let's see, 3. That is me. Odds. I've got no fucking idea who sent this to me because now I'm confused. Who did I guess before?
Is it only appropriate that the guy that got his gift last is going last?
Yes.
It's just I told you that dice want to tell a story. And we are all just victims of that story. I'm checking to make sure there's nothing in the bags that are in my bag because I don't want to
you're smart.
accidentally just hurl part of a present. Okay, I got a box. I found
Box
it
in a
is
box.
wooden. I fucking love it. Anybody that knows me, I have multiple like wooden chests behind me, and so like I'm
Oh,
already
nice.
loving this. And it has more wrapping. It's weighty, whatever it is, and it's in a nice little felt like velvet
Inside another
bag.
box.
It's a box inside of another box inside of a bag, and we
Out of the
have
box.
bullets. Which
Are
I'm
those-
getting a little?
the bullet dice.
Are those whiskey bullets? I don't know.
Are they just bullets?
I don't know. It's an unmarked package.
Oh, we need to put
Maybe,
it.
maybe when we get
Six-
over.
Maybe I should open
I'm
the
gonna have to-
rest of the
I'm gonna have
presents.
to. I'm gonna have to blur this shit out real
Yeah,
pretty.
blur the-
on YouTube.
Our Secret Santa and my entire section is just censored.
Yeah, just
More
visible.
to-
Beep.
more to unwrap,
Skip to
so.
the front.
I'm imagining questions will be answered. I'm gonna guess yes to the whiskey bullets because what is in my hand now feels like a glass. And it's starting to look like a glass, but somebody wrapped this real well. Because there's more.
They're
But
like,
wait,
I really need to get rid of this
there's
bag.
more.
There's more. This is well done. We already did this. Oh, it's beautiful. It's the tears of my players. Oh, that's focused in nice. Let me
That's
let me
awesome.
get this a nice little.
So cute.
Oh, I'm gonna drink this every day. This is my morning.
You needed that
coffee
last
drink.
week.
Once a week, yeah.
The guilt of inflicting real life emotional trauma on your players sticks with me. So like the tears of my players is hopefully going to just be an in-game thing and not just inflicted trauma. And then
That's
I've
fine.
got so I'm going to guess Mike is the one that gave me mine based on Andrew, are those
Those
whiskey bullets?
bullets?
He was like, "Oh no, the editing I'll have to do."
Yeah, because those are badass. That's okay. And I think we're moving on to David is our last, the unopened presents.
My camera's all jacked up now. Sorry.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I'm still sitting here in my dirty pee pants.
Now it's even worse. Oh, God,
I
what
love
have I
that
done?
movie.
All right. So, haven't the faintest idea. I'm going to go with my original, even though I know who dropped it off. Doesn't necessarily mean who did it, but who done it, who did the thing. So I'm opening it. Yes, that ASMR that you guys probably can't hear because I believe my NVIDIA broadcast is on. Not a sponsor, could be. You know,
They could be. Most of us are using the video broadcast, and so
hey, that is perfect. It is an RGB giant mouse pad, which is amazing because mine is quite literally falling apart at the moment. Yeah. Oh, look at that. They're fancy. They have the double-sided. Ooh, look at that.
What's an RGB mouse pad?
Red, green.
It is gamer shit. It is quite literally a useless item that I love. So,
Like a mouse pad that has RGB lights that go all the way around it.
see
Oh, okay.
when gamers
I'd be
get
down.
sweaty and angry, nothing calms them more than the soothing colors of
rainbow puke.
RGB.
Rainbow puke. Nothing soothes you more. Hey, I greatly appreciate that. I'm screw it. I'm just gonna say Rachel because I have no idea. Actually, Rachel probably wouldn't give it. I don't know. Would Rachel give this to me? It was on my wish list. I will put that out there.
It's also really pretty.
It is. It's
Might
very
be me.
pretty.
Maybe
That
she
is
wanted
true.
to know what it was. She was like,
That's
"What if
true.
I just buy this, and then I'll get to see it later?"
Yeah, I'm
Probably
just
she
gonna go with
wanted
Rachel.
it.
I haven't the faintest idea. I mean, it
Rachel,
could
okay.
be Mike. I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
So those guesses are in. Those guesses really mean nothing. We guessed ahead of time who we thought bought for everybody else, just based on inner context clues. So I think we have those in our out of context chat, so we can keep score. We don't have to worry about the honor system because none of us trust any of each other's shady fucks.
No.
Not when it comes to legendary items. So we'll go in a reading or when we our introductory order, and just announce who you got. And just for yourself, Mark, if you got it right. Starting with me, I bought for Rachel.
Ooh, I guessed right. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you guessed Jade, and then you guessed that I bought for Will. So by guessing right, you mean you guessed wrong twice, right?
What? No,
There goes the charm.
I put the on my list. I put
No,
you
you put
gave
that
to
I
me.
bought for Will.
No.
That's what it
No.
says on there.
Yeah, you said that you bought for
look
me.
At the bottom. Look at the very bottom.
Yeah.
It says receiver and giver, and under giver I have Andrew, and under receiver I have Rachel.
She's right. She's right.
Okay, yeah,
okay.
no, because you did it backwards, but then you recontextualized it against all common sense.
That's how my brain
I'm
works.
just
okay?
saying I have to deal with this every day, so I'm glad y'all can see it too. I'm
Also,
second,
sorry,
aren't
I'm going through scores. David, did you not think that I bought for anybody?
Did I not write you down?
You excluded me from the...
Yeah,
All
you don't count.
Will,
Yeah,
who did you?
I bought for you, Andrew, and yes, those are whiskey bullets. I just figured
Excellent.
drinking the tears of your players through whiskey bullets is probably one of the most
I'm gonna-
badass things you could probably do.
My iced coffee. I'm going to do iced coffee right before a game. Tears of my players cooled with bullets. This is going to be perfect. The trauma
Hardcore,
yet to
man.
come.
Masculinity
guess
goes up 4
right.
points.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm next, right?
Yep.
I gave to Lucy.
What? Okay.
You had the right household.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I gave to Mike. That was pretty easy to figure out.
And I gave to David.
Okay. And
And then
David?
Well, so yeah, I gave to Will, which I was hoping you would see it, but you did not. But it's fine because it looked like it ripped. Your wrap was in a phallic object looking state.
And I grabbed the shaft. I grabbed it right in the middle.
Yeah, so,
And it's
yeah,
on the
so-
internet.
so
Forever.
like straight up, like you could see the tassels on the top. You know? Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, perfect.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so I got 2 out of 6.
Yeah, I got who I sent to and who I got from. Those are the only 2 I
That's
got.
2 out of 6.
And honestly,
I got-
the address is what gave it away for me.
I got Drew to Rachel.
Wait.
I got David to Will. I got Lucy to Mike. I think I don't know. Did I get
You got 3.
so Will? So it was Rachel to Lucy, but Drew to Rachel. Then it was Mike. Oh no, it was Will to Drew. What? Never mind.
All right, let's the correct order is, let me go. Andrew. So it's Andrew to Rachel to Lucy
Still Lucy. Yep.
to
Mike.
Lucy.
Mike
Lucy to Mike.
to David.
Mike to David.
Mike to David.
David to Will. Will to Andrew.
Didn't get a single one right. Mainly because I
Okay.
didn't have Andrew on there, but you know.
It helps.
it
That'll
makes
do
it, oh, you're starting on the back foot.
Cool.
So Lucy, you got 3. Will, did you get them all right? Was the
I got Hundy P, y'all.
I did too.
All right.
I'll wrestle you for it.
Yippee!
Oh shit. Okay, the nomads.
Legendary items. Bum, bum, bum.
There are
Okay,
a couple
okay.
in game. They share the item, right?
They share. That's what's
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I think we need 2 legendary items.
Or you could do
Really?
2 rares if you want to make it.
I'll figure this out.
No,
That's
I'm not bartering.
You either get 2 legendary items, or when it's inevitable that we find your children and they're on the brink of life, you get to automatically save 1.
Just one.
no, I'm not offering that.
Like a
That's,
Just
don't put game altering rules in place that I haven't agreed to.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun, guys.
Man, now I have to
Yeah.
like.
Now we have to fight
I-
people.
I really appreciate like the whiskey bullets. I was a little confused. I'm sure they're on my wish list, but I'll be real. When I went through the wish list, I'm like, what would be fun to open on the internet?
I don't think they were.
Bullets.
You had just said you wanted whiskey stones at one point in
I love
time, and I
whiskey
was like, you know what's
stones.
cooler than whiskey stones?
Whiskey
Whiskey
bullets. Which again, another person that if they want to be a sponsor, they could. Clocks and Colors is probably one of the coolest like online stores I've ever. It makes me want to like reinvent my entire aesthetic, all of my clothes and everything I want to buy just around their shop. That's so cool. And whiskey stones or whiskey bullets feel like one of those things that would be there. I love that. I'm excited. Okay, sorry. My brain has been now on like legendary magical items because that's a fucking thing I've got to do now. But we're gonna roll into back in Easy to Spell. This beautiful, the 75th anniversary of an elven couple that you secured an invitation to as the Pepperdine Peppermints. You arrived and you danced and ate and drank and met with the various powerful individuals of Avarice that all caroused amongst the Kailden estate. And those dice are so fucking cool. I love those, Rachel.
Sorry, I had
Those
to
are
post them.
awesome. No, I love
They're
it.
great.
Are you going to use those tonight exclusively?
Unless they fuck me over.
Cool. Then they go in dice jail, and you can burn my present to you. Because I understand that.
Okay, anyways, Kailden.
You've met a number of individuals, from Vincent Kailden, the patriarch of the Kailden family, Raced, his son, who seems to be nothing but a disappointment to the family. Dririk Iska, the friendly, we'll say, professional competitor to Vincent. Saphael Halalan, one of the vice chairman of a merchants guild that seems to have been working to broker a deal with Drurik. Otherian Wiles, a close family friend who seems to be protected by the Kailden name, with some sort of connection to Eloise Kailden, Vincent's wife. Captain Rydell, one of the higher-ranked officers amongst the Vigilant Watch, who had previously interrogated you about your participation in a breach between the planar boundaries. And specifically, Doman, your interaction with Agatha Thornhart, a powerful hag in the city who's somewhat of a power and information broker. In your time discussing with these individuals, you've discovered some sort of secret auction that was to take place later that evening amongst the wealthy elite of Avarice. Had dinner, met with a number of these individuals on more personal one-on-one conversations. Or, in the case of Yasta, with her own brother, who had been drunk and left in one of the side sitting rooms in the Kailden estate. This is the party reconvened, a cry that Vincent Kailden, the patriarch of the Kailden family, has been murdered at his own party, his own anniversary. The magical instruments in the corner of the room still play out background music, ambient noise, as the party has gone silent. Everyone sitting in shock at this news that their host has been found dead by his own wife. As the stunned silence settles across the grand ballroom where everyone has convened, what do you all do?
Anjal is gonna glance over at Doman and say, "Distraction?"
Denny.
And then we were headed to the antique collections, right? Gonna see if we
Correct.
can still head in that direction.
We don't know where that is, though, right?
Oh yeah, it's just a servant that was showing us.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the five of you are gathered together, and so you can discuss amongst yourselves the different things you found out, because as just a hint from the DM, one of you might have an idea where the auction was to be held. One of you might also be 12 years old and not great on picking up context clues.
Yoshida, if there was to be a secret chamber in a house this size, where would they put it?
Probably down.
Oh, I there's downstairs. There's a really scary place downstairs.
Oh,
Very
I've
soon
heard.
for now.
Oh, the
Okay,
basement.
yeah.
We're on your heels, Ash. Where are we going?
The only way I know how is through the servant tunnels.
Show us.
Okay. Start heading that way, I guess.
Begin leading. As you're pushing through the crowd, you hear a cry kind of from the front, like, "All right, everybody. No one is allowed to leave until we get to the bottom of this. Men, barricade the doors." As Captain Rydell kind of sets his men into action. Conveniently, members of the Vigilant Guard here, of course, the murder. People move to secure the doors. You kind of push through the crowd who kind of the discussions amongst themselves as they kind of get pushed out of the way don't really seem to take too much heed of you, as Ash leads you to a tapestry on one of the kind of corners of the room. He pushes it aside, behind which a panel pushes out of the way, and you're able to, each of you, enter into this back passage, which extends down the hall. Little motes of light from the doorways kind of generate enough light to see by.
As we're walking in the direction that I remember, when we get to that area that I heard the conversation before between Balder and Raced, is it just like a vent that you can kind of
It's
see into?
actually like a little servant's door, and so what you're seeing is like a peephole, a place that they would be able to see if they were interrupting anything. Servants here see and hear just about everything that goes on in a big house like this, by design.
I just want to like stop for a moment and just peek in there and see if I can see the two people that I had heard before.
You see Balder, who you've met before, kind of sprawled out on a chaise lounge, unconscious, snoring heavily, alone in the room.
Okay. I'll just. Yosta, I think your brother's in that room, by the way. He was talking to somebody about. What was the guy's name? The main Vincent, right?
Vincent,
Yes.
it
So
was-
he was speaking with Raced, who's
Raced.
Vincent's son, and then about Vincent.
Okay. I'll just say he seemed like he was really mad at this Vincent guy that is like running the party. Maybe we come back to that later.
Okay. I just talked to him. He was pretty drunk. I think
Yeah,
he's left the room.
Yeah, he looks like he's sleeping right now.
Okay.
No, sorry.
We'll talk later. We'll do. Baldur's a dick. Let's go on.
Yeah, sorry. This way, and
Okay.
I'll lead him down, and then to the right, towards
So
the
really
elevator.
quick, just before we go down, Felix stops and says, "I'll be right back." I'm turning into Jack Sparrow now. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's fine.
I'm
You can't
here for
Sparrow.
it.
We'll be right back. Anyway, he is going to go into the room where Balder is. And is there a side adjacent, like is there a hallway or any doors out or anything like that?
There are a number of doors out. Make a investigation check. It's pretty low DC if you're just checking peepholes.
Good. Oh God. Oh no, I don't have it up, do I?
Everybody make sure you have your character sheets up. It's one of the most important things to D&D. After a can-do attitude and a yes and personnel approach.
Plus 0.
Well, plus 0, so 8.
8. There's a room next to his, but you don't find like another hallway or anything. It seems that the hallway you're in just opens into adjoining rooms.
Okay. Then he is going to fuck. He's gonna run
With
Charisma?
He's gonna well, as stealthily as possible, assuming nobody is around.
I don't
is-
think that's appropriate. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. As stealthily as possible, he is going to move down the hall slightly and hopefully listen to a room, and hopefully nobody's in it. I don't know.
No, well, pretty easily that's listening to the room. There does not appear to be anybody talking. Most of the party's attention is exterior. to
Okay.
this.
He's going to slowly open one of the doors and peek in.
So another kind of lavish sitting room, lots of throw pillows and lounges and chairs, small fireplace burning to the side.
Okay. He's
Are the
going
rest of you
to-
continuing on while Felix has stepped back?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
moving through, make your way around the
Downtown?
corner to the point where you see that lift at the end and are kind of walking towards it.
He's going to
So it's
reach
you.
down for his cup. And he's going to break it.
Okay. It doesn't have a whole lot of bearing, but what cocktail setting was it on?
He's going to, well, before he breaks it, he's going to change it back to the yard-long margarita, take a long drink, and then break it.
Snaps it over his leg, throws it into this empty room where it just as you knew it would. You've seen this. Everybody here has seen this. Felix has probably seen it more than anyone else. as it just begins to pour, just slowly, a
Tear
steady.
comes down. Then
I'm
he
going to
turns
throw out a
around and looks
price
back.
for this. You easily, for the premier cocktail, the endless bar, the cocktail shifting magical item that you had, at some point in your life spent 50, 60 platinum on this. Like a significant amount of money. And just watching it. Bloob, 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 bloob. Out
Hope we
on the
find
floor.
those kids. It just then immediately turns out and leaves. Heads back down the hall.
Monks are fast as shit. You easily catch up to the group as they all start stepping onto this lift.
So at the bottom, there was like a gate that we couldn't get through earlier when we were trying to hide. And there might have been a growling sound. So just heads up.
Gates and growling sounds like two things we can tackle.
Something that is being protected for sure.
All right. Well, I'm not very strong, so who wants to make sure we don't fall?
Do you think
Can you give me a
like
hand with this?
they would? Do you think it's like something that's been trained by someone? Like if I looked by like
The lift
Vincent.
begins to lower.
Okay.
I have no idea.
No, you can still talk. I'm just
Okay.
saying, like these guys are lowering the lift.
Like
I've got to
if I
narrate
look like
these
Vincent,
important details.
if I look
I,
like Vincent, do you think the
well-
beast would be like chill?
I imagine they're looking to be sold.
Oh, the beast. I thought it was like.
It
I thought you
Could
were
be
saying it was
something
guardian.
protecting whatever's trying to be sold or needs to be sold.
I heard it. It sounded beaten.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right?
That's
That
not good.
means it probably won't be eating us.
Okay, I'm gonna change back to my regular form. And not be Balder in a booby suit.
That's probably
I
good.
didn't realize it until I saw that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Given that song just seemed like it was getting a little too upbeat and dramatic for a lift ride. It's not great elevator music.
Oh, I forgot to turn the music on.
5 stars.
Yeah, that's our Albert Rodeo.
For that lift.
Again, also not a sponsor. Albert
That
Rodeo
could
is
be.
fantastic. Even if you don't use battle maps, they have audio sharing and just it's a great little free tool. I recommend exploring it. The lift lowers to the bottom. And as Ash said, the gate doesn't open on its own. The gate at the bottom seems to be locked, chain and padlock. And having been warned of it, you all hear the deep, strained growling of something beyond a door at the end of the hall. Everybody make a perception check.
With my new dice.
Yeah. And David, that mouse pad looks awesome.
I love it.
That looks great.
I love it. Ooh,
I got a dirty
it's
20.
not so good.
I am not a perceptive little boy at all.
I am very
Not right
perceptive, but rolled like ass.
That was
14 for
Kaya
me.
coming out. Perspective.
Perspective.
6 for
Dirty
me.
20.
Right. That
11.
is an 8 total. Ooh.
The highest roll I hear was that a 14?
Dirty
The
20
highest?
from Yosta.
Yeah.
Dirty 20 from Yosha. Sorry. Okay. It's kind of like Felix had said. It's a pained, ragged kind of growl. Like, not even a growl, just something having difficulty breathing. But beyond it, you hear voices. You can't quite make out what they say, but they seem urgent, somewhat rushed. Likely relating to whatever happened upstairs. But in front of you is a locked gate. Every D&D adventuring party's
Starting
Worst
there.
best
nightmares.
friend.
Yoshida, you're pretty good at getting into places you can't get in. You're not supposed to be in.
Uh,
Wanna
I
give this a
can
shot?
I can try to pick the lock. Does anybody have a lock picking kit?
You got a bobby pin?
Yeah, sure.
Yoshida,
I
in the
thought I
absence of
did,
a
but I did
lockpicking
not.
kit,
Do
I
I do?
will allow you to make a thieves' tools check at disadvantage.
These
Which, if you're proficient in thieves' tools, it is just dexterity plus your proficiency modifier plus d20.
feel like I was pushing. Okay, anyways. Sorry, I was not listening at all. I'm sorry. It's a what?
Dexterity. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I gotta find where I'm proficient things.
Bottom left.
Not.
Bottom left, it'll say tools.
No, I'm proficient in bagpipes, pan flute, and the viol. So
So
That's
at
helpful.
disadvantage plus your dexterity modifier.
okay. 15. Oh,
15.
12.
12.
No, 11.
11. Not quite enough. You are working at it, and you'll be able to get there. You just can't. Like, it's like the first tumbler sets, the second, and then you make it to the third, and you're gonna have to keep trying.
Would you mind if I gave it a try?
Do it.
Okay. So, would I be able to use, I don't know, sleight of hand maybe?
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
No.
Then you can make it at disadvantage using your dexterity modifier.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not bad.
I am
That's not
before.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's significantly worse, but it comes out to 12.
12. Working at not a whole lot. You feel like you might have gotten it closer after 2 checks that have not failed by more than 5. I'm going to lower the DC by an amount. You're getting there. This is taking time. This isn't a single turn. Is there anything else the rest of you are doing while Yasha and Felix are both plugging away at this? Anything else anybody wants to add?
I was just gonna say, can we see like light off in the distance, like a torch or anything, or?
At the end of the hall, there's a little bit of light coming from underneath the door. There are small, like, ambient lights in the hallway, providing dim light so that people don't like trip over themselves and crash into the wall.
Okay.
I am going to help Yoshida by giving her words of encouragement and me saying, "Oh, I'm a little too drunk to try to get this out, but if you move the tumbler in such a way that it does this and that, and you might be able to do it." And so straight roll, maybe?
Yeah, we can move this to a straight roll for the third check. I can't leave you locked in a elevator for an entire evening.
18.
18. Is that just 18 on the die?
No, it's 18. It's
Oh, okay.
15
I mean, it's
plus
still
my
enough.
dexterity.
Yes, I'm just trying to make sure I'm appropriately dramatic.
Oh, thank you.
A little bit longer goes by, and finally, click. The chain comes undone, and you're able to slide the gate open. The voices on the other side of the door have quieted. You hear footsteps that have moved away.
Can I prepare bless for anything that looks like we might be going into combat? So the second I sense there may be combat, I cast it. Yes? No? 7? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Bless is a cantrip, right? Or is it a first level spell?
It's a first level spell. I don't have any cantrips. Oh, well, I have
I will.
8 cantrips.
You can prepare it. You are not in combat. I will allow you to hold it indefinitely, but if you try to take any other actions, you will lose it just as if you had prepared a spell in combat. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm perfectly cool with that. Sorry, I'm just going to browse through some stuff. No particular reason. Don't worry about it.
No reason, yeah.
Bless
my notes?
is prepared. Who is leading the group as you begin to head down this hallway?
Fuck it.
I feel like I'm
I'll
going
go
to be
next.
pretty close to the front.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say two. Like, you can kind of crowd up. So it's Felix in the front, Domin and Yashta closely behind with
Domin and
Angel, like
Angel.
with her hand
Oh.
on. I thought Yashta was up there as well. The three of you.
Well, I tried,
all
and
kind
I
of.
feel like Angel just like
Yeah, you
Ah,
you are in the
yes.
you are towards the back. It is by back. You're not that far back, but you are in the back with Ash. Ash, roll me a d20.
oh no. Guidance.
No, this isn't.
Okay,
This
I
is
was
not
like-
something you can prepare for. This is
Yeah.
just a d20.
12.
12. Yash, as you step back, the tenseness of the situation, like you kind of putting your hand on Ash's shoulder, he's warm to the touch, feverish. A dim glow, the bottom of the scales that kind of have covered his hand are just beginning to shine. That kind of red light when you press a flashlight to one side of your hand is beginning to shine through and just kind of pulse.
Felix.
You need.
No.
Okay. And he's gonna back up, and he's going to abstain from taking the lead.
Pick it up real quick.
Yeah, we're right at the front.
And yeah, Felix, you quickly see this. You recognize this is Ash's under pressure. He's a child in the situation.
Okay, look.
And I'll
Oh.
I'll just circle up behind Ash to make sure he's okay.
Yep.
And that's it.
He's gonna take just a quick second, kneel down with him. Okay, look, we don't have time to meditate at the moment. But just breathe. We'll be okay. I'm not gonna leave your side.
Okay. Are we gonna have to do something? You said that to be ready.
Yeah. Well, be ready at all times, regardless of the situation. Remember?
Okay. I'll try to keep breathing.
We'll be all right. And yeah, we'll start moving with the group.
Okay. Domin and Angel, you're the first to the door. That deep, kind of growling, ragged breathing sound kind of reverberating against you.
Can I just check the handle? See if it's locked first?
You turn it, and it is unlocked.
I suppose I will slightly ajar it and take a peek inside.
Opening through, peeking through. In a decently well-lit room. There's a small sitting table to the side that seems laden with a few bottles and glasses, seem half empty. Some cards and coins kind of splayed out. There's a young dwarven man kind of sitting, fingers crossed. He's just kind of tapping his fingers. Hasn't noticed you. You've just kind of carefully peeked through.
And that's all I can see in the room. Like, there's nothing else in the room.
If you want to try to peek through, I'll need a stealth check to avoid drawing his attention.
I'll actually close the door and report back to everybody else. Looks like there's one in there. Dwarfen guy.
Can you describe him?
Dwarven.
Oh, okay.
Young, like close cut, like fade, like kind of petering up to a mohawk, kind of a tight braided beard. He has 2 axes that sit on each hip, lots of rings and bracelets and tattoos. He just kind of leans and I don't know how much of this Doman is passing on, but he's like kind of like rubbing his forehead and nursing like a drink.
I will pass his look on rather than what he's doing. Looks like he can fuck.
Do I recognize that?
I'm gonna let you just roll me a d20. This is not any particular skill. This is not even a d20. Give me a d100. This is a luck check.
For me?
This is Yasha's. From Yasha. This is Yasha's familiarity with like the upper echelon mercenary world.
Oh no.
$44.
44. Nothing. That's
all right. Do you think if I disguise myself as Vincent, we could talk to this guy, or should we just go in guns blazing? What do you guys think?
Not describe. I wouldn't disguise yourself as Vincent.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
He's dead, and most people know it at this point.
Okay, that's true. What about his wife?
Covered in blood, trying to take care of the guy's murder. Maybe we just take care of it.
What about his kid?
Actually, that's not a bad idea. How many times can you disguise yourself? I don't want you to run out of them, especially if we get up to needing some deception at the end.
Most. Yeah, any number of times. Sometimes it just doesn't work as well.
Okay.
Here, I think I can handle this one.
Okay.
Y'all give me just a half a second.
Okay.
And I will disappear as I cast invisibility and just slide into the door, so I open it as little as possible.
okay.
That'll do it.
Easy enough. Give me a stealth check at advantage as your.
As a note, like Ash has been trying to meditate and breathe and kind of focus himself. And to do that, he's been kind of like snapping a small flame into his hand and then closing it and then snapping a flame into his hand again. And at some point he would kind of like snap it and just kind of like move it a little closer to a cage to see what's in there because he's a little curious. At this point, is like trying to calm down and trying to find something else to focus on.
Look in the dungeon cage. Yes. Yes. Good.
Give me.
Good idea.
This is like as the door is kind of opened and closed, you've kind of peered through like the crack on one side. Give me a perception check and then give me a d20 at advantage.
Gosh, perception of 10.
Okay.
D20 at advantage 18.
18. You having something to focus on, trying to catch glimpses through the door and breathing is enough that you're able to bring that raging torrent of fire that lives within you back under control. You still exude a little bit of heat, just as is natural for you. You don't see anything inside of the room. As Doman slips through the door, what was your stealth check?
16 plus 3 is 19.
19. No movement from the dwarf at the door. You slide in, and you look, and what at first seems like a massive lion laying kind of on its side in a large cage off to the side. Ragged breathing, you see the skin stretched across its ribs, the scorpion tail wrapped around. And as you realize, the mane kind of does not fill a lot surround a lion's face, but that of like a man, a tremendous humanoid face that just breathes raggedly. The manticore on the ground in front of you. As you slip around to the side of the dwarf who sits, cradling that drink, whatever it may be. He sets it down, leans back, just kind of looks back at the door, which you've shut moments before. And all the fucking days to be on guard duty. Could be worse. We could actually have the fucking auction. Oh, having to deal with the rich cunts always stresses me out. At least one of them's dead this time.
Is there
Talking
any
to
other?
himself.
Is there any other entryway or exit into this room?
Is another kind of larger hallway to the side. Getting closer, you realize that next to him is like a little sign-in sheet that's on the table next to the drinks and the coins and the cards. Down the hallway, you see it kind of opens up into a larger room, much better lit. You see some figures kind of making their way kind of around, just off in the distance. It's still fairly dimly lit. It's like the more money that there is at a party, the less they seem to spend on lights, that kind of situation. So you can't make out anybody clearly. You can hear some muffled talking off in the distance, but you see glass cases, some with things moving in them.
Looks
but
like
this
display
room-
cases.
Yeah, it would look like display cases.
Big enough for people?
A number of them, yes, potentially.
Sorry. I'm not there.
Yep, I'm not even gonna have Doman roll perception. These are like large cases. He sees like immediately near him. There's one that has like some just inside, kind of off to the left, old weapons, large curved swords with broken edges. Beyond that, a suit of armor.
Averin's wet dream. If he could have them.
What dreams are the weapons?
I will return back down the hallway and see if I can't slip out back to the group unnoticed.
I'm going to roll just off your previous stealth check. Yeah, you're pretty quickly able. You wait for a moment where he's turned back to pick up his drink before you kind of slip back out to the group.
I will grab Anja's shoulder so people know I'm there and say, looks like there's a guard, but farther on down, that's got to be where the auction is. Big display cases, lots of crazy items. If you're going to be selling some uncouth shit, it'll be down there.
So we take him out quietly then.
I think there's other people down there as well, so if we're going to do it, it's going to be real quiet, or we're going to pretend like we're supposed to be here.
Can anybody think of a way to take him out very quietly? For sure.
Anybody toss their voice,
Silence.
just pull him outside of the room for a while, so we can all just slip in behind him? Nothing like that, huh?
They could try to knock him out.
I mean, that's all I could do too, but can you do it quietly?
I can certainly try.
So, like, between the 5 of us, he shouldn't make much noise.
Okay. And with that, since have decided to go into combat, I will cast Blessed on everybody but me and
You probably need it if you're going to be the one up in the shit.
Yeah, that's true. So
I'm good.
okay, so not Yoshida and not Firechild. What is your name again?
Ash.
Ash.
Ash, thank you. Firechild.
Holy cow, somebody's been paying attention, huh?
My brain is I'm tired. I'm sorry. Okay, so-
Doman, Angel, and Felix.
Okay.
So I guess Felix is going to attempt to stealth and get close to this guy to try to give him a one-punch knockout.
Give me a stealth check. I'm going to give you a hint. You do not have to necessarily roll high. I rolled really goddamn low.
Okay, well that's good because I rolled a 6, but my stealth is plus
Cool.
7. So
You did it. You with a 6, you did it.
okay.
So I'm gonna say all of you see Felix like stumble out of the doorway and like off to the side at the same moment as Felix, you walk through the door. He like knocks over one of the bottle, like a bottle while reaching, like goes to catch it, and you manage to like move like Kronk style stealth along the wall behind him.
And then you'll see him.
Right, and he picks up the bottle and kind of begins to pour it.
And as he's pouring it, he is going to. It almost looks like he's going to like slump over, but then just give him a real quick jab to the back of the neck.
Okay, roll the hit with advantage.
Stunning strike.
That's good.
Bobby.
That's good. That's better with advantage. Much better. It's oh god. This is the first time I've used this character, so I apologize.
+6, I think.
7.
No, sorry.
So a dirty 20.
That hits.
And then I gotta look up key points because I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna save you a little bit of time. Is Felix going for the kill, or is he going for a knockout?
For a knockout? Just
don't have to roll damage. I'm pretty sure minimum damage is enough. You crack him on the back of the head, and he like slumps. I'm just gonna give it to you. Catch the bottle and the glass like before they fall. Lay him back in the seat.
Angel's gonna rush into the room and tie him up and gag him.
I was gonna put the glass and bottle in his hand and just leave him like that.
That looks better.
I don't want him waking up and.
But if somebody finds him tied up, then we're in the shit.
That is true. Okay.
Plus, he doesn't know why he went out.
Okay.
Felix props him up. I imagine spills a little bit of the wine on him.
Let's make our ways in.
No,
Good to go.
down here. This is where I've been hearing people.
I need a group stealth check.
Yes.
So do we all need to roll, or do we all need to roll?
All need to roll.
Jesus
Okay.
fucking
I'm gonna
Christ.
guide somebody.
Bless? What does bless do? Bless
I have
is
disadvantage on stealth, so
Guide the paladin.
Bless is a D4.
Can I keep advantage since I'm staying invisible?
right.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't done anything to break invisibility, so you are still invisible. I
14
think that's good for an
Lucy.
hour.
Oh wait, and then and blessed does I didn't get blessed.
D4. You did not get
You
blessed.
did not get blessed.
So I'm just 14.
Okay.
22.
22.
9.
Okay.
And
So
Angel,
we'll
you
look
get
together.
to
Okay.
roll a d4.
11.
11.
It's not terrible. Not
Could be
great.
worse.
Okay.
That's with guidance and bless, so
You begin
fine.
to move through. Glass cases on all sides of you, and the room you're in at this point kind of widens out as you go, like you're at the apex of a large triangle room. So far, glass cases you see to your side. What's labeled as antiques, ancient Nalburundian battle armor. The sword of the Valkyrie. Things that, as you walk by, don't exude any specific magical aura, but have some sort of historical significance you imagine to somebody. I don't know if that's any of you. One of the cases you turn and there's a tremendous snake the size of several men end to end, 18, 19 feet long, kind of coiled up, which its eyes lazily follow you. More weapons and armor and items until Doman, there's one item that kind of catches your eye. It almost calls to you, not in any sort of sentient, literal form way. but sitting on a velvet cushion, a deep red crystal, the flicker of energy of life into it, catches your eye in a way that you can only imagine. You must have done something in recent memory to warrant some sort of reward. And you should just take it.
I will, as we're walking by, like you do the thing where like your upper body stops before your legs do, and then your legs catch up as you're staring at it. And is it in a glass case or is it just there?
It's sitting on a pedestal, this one with a little glass decanter over it. Not decanter, little glass dome.
Cover this.
It.
What was it last time?
A cloaca.
No.
Cloaca.
Cloaca.
An old glass cloaca.
A cloche.
Close.
Cloche. Learning things. The more you know.
D&D's educational.
You can see the rune underneath it, what you would imagine would be like the alarm rune. The cloche hasn't been put on it correctly. It's not aligned with the circle of the rune. And just with your arcane knowledge, you could just lift that up, take the crystal, and set it back where it was without disarming without tripping the alarm.
I'll absolutely do that if I know there's no
None the
repercussions.
wiser.
And I'm going to be very clear. I have awarded you guys with legendary items. I will not tell you what they are. I will tell you, because it is a reward, once per day as a bonus action, you can activate this crystal to undo one action you have taken. There's a lot of possibilities, but you get to rewind one action and take it again. That's whether that be a reroll or however loose you want to play. There is something that happens when you do. There's a consequence. You don't know what it is. I'm giving you that much information.
For now, I will just heft it into my bag, knowing the wiser, and continue on my merry little way.
Okay. The group continuing on. Sorry, reading something really quick, making sure. Okay. Yeah. Continuing on farther in, this impending sense of whatever items are here are just eye candy. These are an aperitif to those who'd be coming for the larger auction. There's another heavily tattooed, this one half-elven individual, the single sword at his hip, who's working kind of just like tapping on the glass. This one full of water with a number of fish swimming through, and he's just toot, 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 toot. The fuck are these things? None of you have ever seen fish before. You live in an urban city in the midst of a desert wasteland, so these water living creatures are just an oddity, and he's standing in your path but not paying a whole lot of attention. Just they seem fucking stupid.
And
yeah.
Oh, to the camera. That's great.
Just sneak around.
Yes.
Just make the hush sound and try and just sneak behind him.
Okay. Easy enough. Move off to the side, kind of guiding the less stealthy individuals of your group. Let's move through. Continuing on, you see a few more individuals. The area is a little bit brighter lit. The walls have ceased to expand outwards and have straightened out, and you see a brighter lit area off in front of you. A
Area.
stage.
We're turntable now.
Sorry.
There's a lit stage. A couple people kind of walking around. Somebody, get these ones back. Auction's being put off. Proprietor seems to have fallen under some undeserved fate. And, well, fucking until whoever's paying us to put this on coughs up the cash, we're not working anymore, boys. Other than putting it back.
Do the auction staff look like they have a particular type of uniform, or do they just look like general Joe Blows?
Almost everybody that you've seen since you got down here is wearing like rough leathers and like nomadic looking gear, like waster's gear. There is one person who's wearing like a tailcoat suit, but he has like his beard is bunched up and you can tell it's kind of gnarled and dirty. Long hair pulled back and kind of greased down. Like heavy pewter rings and tattoos covering his hand. A human, kind of a middle-aged human man. No apparent weapons. And he's the one kind of calling out everybody else. There are a few that are better dressed, but equally unkempt that are pushing stuff around. This is not the normal servant staff.
They're obviously, even the elven guy who was tapping on the glass is not a patron of the auction. There's no fancier people down here.
And these are all seem to be employees.
Do we recognize our bearded friend by any chance?
Roll me a d20.
Okay. That is 17.
17. One sec. What's that? Yes, you do recognize this individual. He's not from your clan, but you have had dealings with him in the past. Out of necessity, whenever the Ketrovatianum were in dire straits and out of food, they hadn't had good salvage. Growl Crovern was that last resort. He always seemed to have some sort of deal with people within the city. Food or money or parts. He would negotiate at a significant markup based on if you were able to get into avarice and trade, it always cost less, but he would deal in whatever you had in excess of. It was always high prices, but it was never gouged beyond his usual. He wouldn't take an arm and a leg just because he knew you needed it. It was just, he knew it was last resort pricing.
I'm gonna try and like lean into Doman and be like, "That's Growl." Just whisper, "That's Growl."
Shit, it is. Don't want to deal with him unless we have to, and he's gonna gouge us for whatever else we have out there. He'll gouge us for the kids for sure.
I'm gonna say, speaking of. In one of the cases that's being moved off of the stage, slumped against one of the glass edges, would one of you like to describe Lear?
I'll describe Lear.
Yeah.
Lear is a pale-skinned, blonde-haired, Asimar-looking young lady, although she has a pink tint to her skin. She has very bright blue eyes, and at the moment, that's probably all you can tell about her.
The blonde hair dulled. The bright blue eyes of an Azmir that normally would radiate light dimmed. You see tattooed on her neck a number. Doesn't matter what the number is. 72, we'll say. There are odd scars. As parents, I'm not going to ask a perception roll, things that stand out. As she is leaning forward on the back of her neck, a large circular mark. Similar marks down her arm. Her skin pulled tighter than you remember. If she hasn't eaten or has been drained from her. And huddled in this case, she's sitting. As the case is tipped to the side, and it's begun to roll out, and she like braces herself against the side. There are 7 individuals, including Growl, kind of moving about the stage, moving things around.
Angela's gonna cast Compel Duel and run in. Sorry, guys. That's not what Rachel wants to do, but that's what Angela wants to do.
No, as a mom, yeah.
So
everybody roll initiative. Bless drops. Or guide. Bless or guide. It was which one?
Bless, but I had cast it earlier when we went to the first one because I thought we were gonna do combat with the other dude.
Oh,
so if it's been over a minute, it's over.
So we'll say you guys move pretty quick, but yeah, it's over. I need initiative.
Right before Ange.
I'm going to. Oh, sorry,
say right
really
before
quick.
Ange. Right before Ange casts Compelled Duel and runs in, Dom will turn to the group and say, "All right, if I go back and get the clothes of the front, never mind, we're doing it," and I'll just follow right behind her.
Out of this, and I'm sure everybody's going to understand this. Angel and Doman, you get advantage on your initiative roll.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, sweet. Because that was a nat 20 plus 2. Still a nat 20 plus 2.
Okay.
I'm at 15.
And Compel Duel was a bonus action.
I'm not going to count that as part of your action economy. This is parents who see their kid in a box. I'm going to be a little bit loose with the pre-round actions here. I don't think anybody is wants to argue with that.
Rental and flowing.
I got 19.
Okay. 19 for Yasha. Anybody above a 22?
Ooh.
Felix?
Oh.
I got a natural 19.
Nice.
And then what's your initiative bonus?
+4.
Damn, boy. Sorry.
3 Yashta with a 19. What's Ash at?
7.
Okay, so
He's
19.
distracted.
We've got Doman with 17? 15. And Ash with a 7. All right. Felix, Angel, and Doman kind of spring into action, but you are, as you always have been, quick on your feet. And you recognize this. These are 2 parents seeking their children. And they found one. And they're watching her being taken away again. There are 7 individuals, 2 of which are on the stage with Grawl. the other 4 kind of in between your party and the stage.
So, seeing them both spring into action, piecing everything together, he's going to turn to Ash for just a split second and say, "It's time." And he is going to bolt out where he is surprisingly fast. And is going to go to the cart that he believes they are moving towards and attempt to, well, basically hit one to to stop it from moving, and then kind of go from there.
Okay. You're able to make it to the stage. Or you want to interfere with the person that is on the stage, like moving the case that they're looking towards with Lear?
Yes.
Okay. You easily make it up. You guys are not too terribly far away. Roll to
I was
hit.
gonna say if there's a distance issue, I've also got feline agility where I can double my speed at no cost.
In this kind of moment, I'm not going to be spending rounds on moving up to where you guys want to be.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
Lear's
Then,
on the
yeah.
line.
With that, he's going to come up and just start throwing punches.
Okay, roll the hit.
11 plus 7, so 18.
18 hits. Absolutely.
All right, so that's punchy numero uno, and that's a d6 plus 4, which is for a total of 5, unfortunately. So 5 for the first hit. Natural 18 for the second, so I imagine that one definitely hits. And then that one will be another max damage, 10 points of damage.
That was 5 on the first one.
5 on the first one, 10 on the second.
Okay. With the second hit, you he crumples. Are you trying to be non-lethal, or are you just
At the moment, yeah.
Okay. He crumples in a heap. That's your second hit, just crossing across his jaw, and head kind of cocks too far to the side. His eyes roll back, and he falls to the ground.
Okay. Is there another one within striking range or no?
Sure. That's actually, we'll say Grawl, who has turned as you've kind of flashed past him, turns to look at you, reaches to underneath his jacket to grab something. You can move up to him and
I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm going to do another round of attacks. Fury of Blows.
Okay. Yeah.
To make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Yeah. So, I'm going to start punching him, which is another 18.
18 hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to roll for the second one. That one's higher, 21.
2 hits. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and then that is 7 and 9, so 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and that is the whole turn.
Two blows into his center of mass. He and he kind of like bares his teeth at you. He finishes pulling out whatever he was reaching for, and you see that on his hands or brass knuckles. It is not his turn. He is just readying up. There is one of the people you had flashed by, like, looks and then kind of turns, is where he realizes the group is there. And he pulls out a sword and he readies himself for whoever's rushing in next. We get to Angel.
Angel is going to cast Searing Smite on her hand axe, which I figure is probably the only weapon she was able to hide. I don't think she can hide a flail coming into the
probably
party, right?
a hand. Give me a real quick investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. 18.
18. You reach and realize you don't even have your hand axe. You have nothing. You're wearing a dress.
I have the dagger.
You have a dagger.
Stuck in my butt.
But beyond that, you
What?
see again in a case next to you what looked like a snake. What is snakes? What several snakes moving. At the end of these 5 snakes is a handle where they're all woven together. A weapon of pain, of punishment, and of vengeance. Angel, I'm not going to ask you what you want to do as you grip the handle of this weapon, and the voice echoes in your mind. Let us bring pain on those who have wronged you.
Yes. Yes. Okay, cool.
Snakes.
Okay.
How much
So
do I
far,
know about
you get
magical
As
weapons?
far as you know, this is a +1 magical whip. So it only deals 1d4. It's talking to you a little bit. That's one thing. Fuck it. I'm going to awaken it just based on the mood you're in as you take it in your hand. It's a +2 magical whip. If you want to add the awakened Lash of Shadows. So if you look up Lash of Shadows, it's going to have a couple different versions. Thank you, Matt Mercer, for these fucking badass weapons.
Oh my gosh, load.
Trying to be a
Okay,
dagger
okay.
than a stick there.
One more time. Say its name again.
The Lash of Shadows
Flash of Shadows, and it's the awakened version, right?
is the awakened version.
Can't find it. Can you add it to my inventory? Is that a thing?
I should be able to. So go ahead. What's Angel doing? She's got this new
Okay.
badass weapon.
Okay, well, she was planning on casting Searing Smite on it. I don't know if that's
You still
something
can.
still do.
You absolutely. I mean, that's a thing paladins do.
Yep. So she's gonna cast Searing Smite, and this like snake whip is now gonna be covered in like white, hot, intense flames that look like the burning sun. So burning snake whip, and she is going to. I'm assuming there's somebody before her so that she can't like just get straight to Growl. 'Cause said
You
the one
can
dude
push past
was
them
up.
if you want. The one dude will take a hit on you as you attack. It is his reaction using a prepared action.
Okay. Well, she's gonna try and whip him as she runs on towards Growl because
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna take them all out.
Here we go. It is added to your inventory. You may have to. I'm giving you attunement on this as well. That's
Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm resetting. Refreshing. Refreshing.
F5. Spam it.
Anxiety, guys. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, how much is it? 1d4 plus 4 plus my 2d6s for Searing Smite.
Okay.
But I have to roll to see if I hit first, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is, what is the plus on hitting? Oh, plus 7. Woo! Okay, that's 19.
Okay. On a 19, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
13, 14 on this guy. The snakes dig into his neck and blood begins to pour out. He drops his sword as he grips his neck, and you run by. The rest of you watch as this man drops to his neck. His skin begins to tighten as the poison burns, and he begins to melt from the inside out. And he collapses to the ground. Angel,
Oh, yeah.
not a second glance as you move up. You close the different distance before leaping up on stage and standing before Growl.
I think that's all I can do, so.
You got 2 swings, don't you?
Do I? Do I?
Yeah, you do. You're above level 5. You're a paladin. Fuck him up.
Whippy whip slash, man! I do it again.
Yeah.
And Growl.
with
Oh,
advantage
that
because Felix is. Oh wait, no, sorry, you don't. Never mind. That is a thing. That's not a thing anymore. Just normal attack. Sorry, I
that's a
apologize.
12.
12 is not enough to hit the snake. He actually catches one of the snakes and fucking hate snakes. He looks. Oh, I should have figured you two would show up. Cracks his neck. Anything else Angel's got? What else? Anything
I
else?
think that I've done my bonus action and I've done both my actions. I think that's it, right? And
Yep.
I've run.
There are two of the mercenaries, one of whom runs up and Doman is probably first in the group.
But I am invisible.
Oh, you are invisible. Which Yoshida or Ash. Ash doesn't seem like much of a threat. Yoshida, this dude is getting involved. That is a 16 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
He pulls out 2 scimitars. The first one slashes it against you. There's a natural 20 on the second one. So I've been fucking with Yoshida, and I kind of feel bad about it. But
No, it's fine. Whatever.
the first
Hey,
hit
we get them all on the
deals.
table.
First attack deals 5 points of slashing damage. The second deals 8 as these 2 scimitars from a dark-skinned, light-haired drow slash across your chest. They look at you just kind of readied for combat. They've seen 2 people go down already. They're all business. The second one looks at the 2 people that have fallen and begins to run off towards the side, pulling out a ring of keys as he starts going through, and he's running towards a large cage on the side.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
You see a dim glow, but Ash, it speaks to you. That a fire, living flame, is the mercenary approaches a cage. Can't quite make it to it. He won't be able to unlock it this round. The scaled nostrils of a red dragon appearing as the head lifts. You said you'd help me if I ever let you free. You said you'd help me if I ever let you free. This is the fucking time. This is the fucking time. He runs up. Yoshida.
Me after? 15?
I'm
No,
19.
Yoshida had a 19.
Oh, you're 19. Okay, my bad.
Oh, it's my turn. I just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
turn.
okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so I'm like, oh, with this guy, and I'm assuming that there's like a couple guys near him because they're all bum rushing us near the entrance.
Yeah, that's there is one directly in front of you. There's one more still on the stage who has not moved yet. The one that has run off to the side. And there's one dead guy. Let's see. That one. That one. That one. Yeah. That's where we're at. Two between you. Two of them have not acted yet. The dead one in front of that Angel left behind, dead one on the stage, Growl, and then one other living one on the
Be
stage.
fair, he's not dead. He's unconscious.
Yes, the one Felix knocked the fuck out.
Okay. Well, what I'm thinking I'm doing is doing Nathar's Mischief again.
Okay.
Which is a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
And so wherever that does the most help. So I'm gonna pull out from my bag a piece of apple pie crust, and I'm gonna whisper a few words, and like let chaos reign, and I'm gonna cast Nathar's Mischief, and I have to roll a d4. See which effect happens. Okay, so I got 3. So that means that in that 20-foot cube, I can't see. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm hurrying.
No, you're good.
Open
Just
some
give
bars
me
again.
time to double check some stuff because I need.
Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction.
Okay. We'll say the two that are still between you and the stage are the ones that you were able to catch, which includes the one that just ran up and slashed you twice. Both begin giggling helplessly. They failed their saves.
Nice.
One of them has already gone. On the next one's turn, they will use their movement to run in a random direction. Is there anything else Yosha is doing with her turn?
And then so I use that as my action. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna use healing word on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and heal. Are you moving closer to the stage, or are you kind of staying where you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer to the stage, and I heal 5 points. So
Perfect.
cool.
So you run up if you need to help Evie out. You're welcome to do that right now.
Oh, can you hear her?
Oh yeah.
I'll mute.
It is
Okay.
It's
adorable.
adorable.
Yep.
Yeah. What did you do? Which bring Growl, who does go between Doman and Yoshida, as Angel walks up. The brass knuckles in his hand. He's gonna make one attack at Felix and then 2 at Angel. As you run up, first at Felix is a 27.
That doesn't hit.
Okay. This is going to be a tripping attack. As he drops to a knee and punches you on the inside of the knee. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. 18 actually.
18. You keep your footing. You take 17 points of damage.
Okay.
As he just cracks into the side of your knee, and he spins around and takes 2 body blows at Angel. The first is a 16 to hit.
No.
And the second is a natural 1. And so he goes, and arms go up, the whip, Jackie Chan style. You just catch both blows as he just goes in for those body shots, and he steps back and he falls into a boxer's crouch. He goes, cocks his arms. Fucking bring it. Doman.
There are 2 laughing fools in between me and the one fool standing with the cage still, right?
Correct. And then, so there's 2 on the stage. There's 1. There are 2 standing on the stage, 2 in front of you that are laughing, and then 1 that has run off to the cage and is flipping through keys and fumbling at the lock.
Definitely not thinking logically, so I'm gonna go straight for the guys at the cage, and my invisible ass will run up behind one of them, and I will grab him below the chin as I conjure a flame blade, and just run it up his back.
All right, go ahead and roll. Roll the hit.
That's a +8. 17 plus 8 is 25.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Man, to be a rogue right now. 3d6 would be, that's 10 plus, holy shit, that was a great roll. That's 16 for the damage, and then my new feature lets me add +5 to that, so it's going to be 21.
Okay. As he's flipping through the keys, trying to, you'll help me. The flame blade piercing through, he looks down at it as the keys fall out of his hand. And he just kind of slumps back into you, burning from the inside. That's enough damage to kill him. He's out.
Rip the flame blade out and just throw him to the ground as I turn and run a different direction.
Okay. Make it back. After you, one of the 2 that is kind of giggling, madness in their eyes, they kind of just turn and just run off. They run You've got the stage where if you're facing the stage, they just kind of take off to the left, often to nothing. There's nothing that you've really seen that direction, just kind of tripping over themselves. About 30 feet. They go through. Ash.
So Ash getting the okay from Felix that we're doing this and that he can actually use his powers. You'll start to see, well, you would see if you were paying attention, but his hair instantly turns to fire, along with his eyes turning bright orange, and you start to see a heat wave come off of his body as he starts moving forward, seeing Growl attack Felix, and he's going to, what was the spell?
I didn't ask how big the room was. Fireball.
He's going to cast Scorching Ray at that guy. So you'll just see the eyes come together, and he just pushes his hands forward and screams and shoots Scorching Ray at him.
Okay, and which guy was this at? Was this Growl?
Growl, if that's the guy that hit Felix, yeah. Whoever hit Felix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, roll a hit.
18.
18 just barely hits. That's his armor class.
So that'll be 7 points of damage, of fire damage, if that matters.
Got 3 rays.
Points. Yeah, I think at your level.
Let me see. Yeah, you create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at the target. So I guess
you
I
roll to
roll
hit
hit each one. So that first one is
Scorching
7
Rays.
points.
Okay.
The other one's gonna miss with a 16.
Okay.
And then the last one is a 19.
19 hits.
Yeah.
And that would be another 7 points of damage, so 14 total.
14 total
All fire.
Of 30 on this guy. He's struck twice. Oh, that fucking kid better not be with you. Anything else on Ash's turn?
1 second. Where'd it go? Other. Where did it go? No, that's gonna be it.
Okay. Ending initiative. The one last guy on stage who turns and an elf. He pulls 2 daggers from underneath his vest, and he's gonna throw one at Angel. He gets advantage because you are next to, or no, he does not get advantage if he hits. It is a 19 to hit. Does that hit Angel? Okay.
Yeah.
You get sneak attack.
Question for you.
Yes.
Never mind. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Are you gonna try to catch missiles?
Well, so I have another thing that I can do, that I can reduce the damage.
Oh, I think I have a thing.
But I was gonna ask you something, but I figured as soon as you're like sneak attack, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do shit with that. So
It's just because you're within range that it gets sneak attack because you're next to, because the other guy's next to her, but you're also next to her. If there's something you want to try to do, that would be
so
12
it really 12 points of damage. I mean, I guess I technically could potentially. So what? I gotta find the thing. Interception is a fighting style that I have. When a creature you see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage it takes by 1d10 plus 3 to a minimum of 0 damage.
Yeah, if you want to go for it, she's within 5 feet of you. This guy whips a dagger at her, and roll that 1d10 plus 3.
So what I was wondering is, could I potentially do deflect missiles?
If you reduce this to 0, I'll give you the perks of deflect missiles.
Okay.
Interception is different, but if you reduce it to 0, I will 100% let you make an attack. Do you roll a 10?
I rolled a 9, which is enough.
That's fucking enough. The dagger comes out. Felix just catches the dagger And if you want to throw it back at him, you absolutely can.
Okay. Yeah.
As using your martial arts die. Like, fuck it. That's awesome. Like,
Fuck
if
yeah,
you
that's
have
awesome.
interception as a monk,
Mhm.
you can use your deflect missiles on adjacent people.
Just using the stats of interception, not deflect missile.
Yeah.
Because deflect missiles plus 11. So
Yeah, no, that's it. If you're intercept, it's a little different doing this and just catching it in front of you than it is catching it in front of somebody else. But fuck it. Like, that's awesome. That's cool.
Sweet. Sweet.
You catch the dagger and then just spinning around and launch it back at him. What's your to hit roll?
Not great. I don't know if I have a dagger on.
No, you use your martial arts like you're as a monk.
Oh.
So same as you're just
so
punching.
It'd be a +7.
Yep.
Okay. That is okay. That makes that much better. Oh god, I picked up the dice. What was it? It was a it was a 7, so 14.
Yeah, that's enough to hit this guy. These are
Sweet.
low level dudes. Roll damage.
1d4 plus my stuff.
Yeah, this is your martial arts die, I believe. Like, what is it when you use deflect missiles and throw it back at them?
That's a great question. Okay, let me look out. I've never new character, never done this.
Yeah, new character, who dis?
10 plus 11.
Yeah, fuck it. 1d10 plus 11.
Oh no, deflect missiles attack. Sorry, 1d6 plus 4.
Okay, well, fuck. I mean, if that's what it says.
Okay.
Okay, 1d6 plus 4.
I was looking at that. I was like, plus 11? What the fuck? That's how much damage I reduce. 6.
It's like the dagger sticks back. That just doesn't even seem fair. And as he kind of staggers back, before we go back to the top of initiative, the snakeheads on the Lash of Shadows turn around. It's too hard. Come help from beyond the grave. And the one that was bit and died sits up and stands back up, because one of the minor beneficial abilities that was rolled was technically, Rachel, you can cast animate dead. It's once per day. For this particular one, I'm just giving it the whip casts animate dead whenever the fuck it wants.
Cool.
Just tinkering with that a little bit. You can cast chill touch. You get that cantrip is one of the beneficial properties.
Okay.
This is all things you know innately. 71. Okay, that's for me to know and you to find out. And
Wait.
your walking speed increases by 10 feet.
Cool.
Just
Alright.
as a
Pretty
perk
fast.
of this item.
Got a
Will,
cool
I know
voice.
At
you
all
feel
times or
shortage.
just right now?
No, that's as long as you are attuned to this artifact.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Does it cast
my
her
glowing
animate
rock
dead?
do?
Yeah.
So it is casting animate dead on behalf of her. So
So it uses her spell
I'm-
slot to do it.
no, it just does
Fucking
it.
Dope.
It can only do it once per day, and I'm
Oh.
clarifying. I get to do this. This is the whip gets to cast animate dead, but it stands up and starts like lurching forward and just sinks its teeth into the neck of the shoulder of the drow that had just slashed across, or had slashed Yoshta, who's now laughing. It rolls a natural goddamn 20.
Nice.
For 12 points of damage, which is not quite enough to put this one out. But it sinks its teeth, kind of raises them from that giggling stupor that Yashta put them in. Not entirely, as it just tears a chunk of meat out of their neck.
God.
Again, in front of Ash. Ash, you were kind of looking up at this as you've launched the fiery bolts. This just happens in front of you. Felix, you just threw the knife back at the mercenary, Growl stands in front of you, having just fucking done a number on your elderly tabaxi knee.
He's gonna like reach down, grab his knee. Oh. And then just punch him again. I don't know.
Go for it.
Kind of like drunkenly starting to fall forward and just blah. 11 plus 7, so another 18. Jesus, that's a lot of 18s
18
tonight.
hits. 18 hits.
God. And then a second one, 19. And then we roll these two. Okay, sorry, distracted. 8 and 7 for those two.
15 points of damage. That's 2 blows. You hear a rib crack as one across his jaw, which kind of stumbles into it. Then a rib
And
crack.
sorry, I'm gonna do stunning strike on the second one.
With a natural 17, unless your DC is 24. I think.
Yeah, nope, that's fine.
Oh fuck yeah!
Unlike you,
Shrugs
I
his
don't
shoulder.
need the added assistance.
I don't really need it. Just enjoy it. Anything else Felix is doing? 2 big hits.
He is actually going to honestly kind of be just making sure Ash isn't too overwhelmed. He's going to be kind of just starting to get a little distracted by that.
Okay. Angel.
Angel is gonna whip it Grawl again.
Okay.
And then since this is a new thing to me, I'm gonna ask you questions about it as we go. I hope you're okay with that.
Sorry, before you do that, have you taken any damage?
I have.
No.
Okay, roll
Didn't I?
1d6.
No, I haven't
Nope, you
taken,
haven't
any,
taken
damage
any
because
damage.
he deflected it. I have not taken
Oh.
any damage.
Okay, never mind. Never mind about that 1d6.
Okay.
So roll a hit.
That's a 14.
Misses.
Okay. And then I roll my next one. That's a not nat 20.
That hits.
Okay. And then for this, it says I can choose a poison.
Yes. Deadeye's serpent venom or ghoul's blood.
I'm gonna use serpent venom.
Okay.
And then this is the D4 plus
fails the Constitution
4,
saving throw.
8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
17. That includes the additional 3d6.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's only 1d4 for the lash, right?
Yeah, 1d4 for the lash
Plus 4.
plus 3d6 plus your modifiers. So that should be 1d4 plus 4 plus 3d6.
Yeah,
For
got it.
serpent's venom.
So
Gotcha.
17.
Cool. Yeah. 17. It digs into it. You see black pulse through his veins. This one is worthy of us. Echoing in your mind.
This one
He's
meaning
still
me, or this one meaning
You don't know.
the dude you're...
Either the one they're drinking or the one that is bearing them.
Okay.
Anything else from Angel?
I don't think so. Give me 2 seconds.
Cool. While you are thinking about what you're doing, Yashta, you are on deck. The drow who is giggling in front of you has the man that Angel just killed stood up and has torn out a chunk from her neck with his teeth and is like rearing to bite again. Right in front of you, Ash is behind you. Felix is on stage. Doman has made his way that direction. Angel is on stage fighting against Growl. Man, the cage is dead, and there is one hurt individual on stage as well. Anything else Angel is doing?
No, I don't. There's nothing else I
Okay.
can do.
No, if you're out, then Yashta, what are you doing?
I believe I have to re-roll for Nathar's Mischief. And roll again at the start of each of your turns until a spell ends. So, okay, I'm gonna re-roll a d4. Try not to breathe. Okay. Okay, so what happens is it changes to drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of my next turn.
Gross. All right.
Yeah. And then I'm going to pull out my crossbow and shoot someone.
Just the one right in front of you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
Roll the hit.
What is it again? That's 11.
11 is enough to hit. That is their AC, and he has 1 hit point left
So he
from
dead.
the zombie biting him. So you just punch a hole in him with that crossbow. He falls, and the zombie turns and begins just like shuffling towards the stage away from you. Is there anything else that Yash is doing?
And sorry I was out, but did anybody take damage?
I think
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
David
did. Sorry, I was muted.
Felix
My
has
bad.
been hit.
Okay. I would like to cast Healing Word. Wait, where's my
Okay.
bonus section? Healing Word on Felix. So,
Okay. At what level? So, or go ahead and roll whatever the healing is for that. While you do that, Growl is up next. He puts one thumb against his nose and blows out blood from the other nostril.
8.
Sweet.
And then I go around the molasses cube
Okay.
to
You're able to make it to like the bottom of the stage.
yeah.
Growl's gonna take. We're gonna invert it. We're gonna do 2 swings against Felix and 1 against Angel. First against Felix is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
And the second is a 17.
17 is my armor class.
Okay. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the first.
Okay.
And 9 from the second. So 18 more points of damage as he just lands 2 heavy blows, one with each of these brass knuckles. And he turns around and he is going to try to, it's a disarming strike against Angel. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. That is 12 points of damage. I need her to make a strength saving throw.
And add a d4 to it.
To the saving throw. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Only if you fail the saving throw, add a d4.
For strength. Okay. I think that's a 17.
17 is enough. He punches you in the hand. You feel like your knuckles crack against the metal, but you hold on to your grip on the whip. And he's like, "All right, that's how it's going to be. We give up, boys." And he hands up his hand and he drops the knuckles to the ground. Raises his hands up. Doman, it's your turn.
So there's Grull and the one dude left by the cage, and then the one laughing
Still on
fool
the
who's got a hit
stage.
point left, right?
So there is one that ran off to the side that hasn't been hit. The one that was laughing got hole punched by Yashta. And then there's one at the stage that is like pulling a dagger out of their chest.
I'm going
At
to
this moment,
close a distance to the one on the stage pulling the dagger out of the chest and lob my flame blade, either at his front or back, whatever's facing me, and see if I can't just refill the hole he pulls the dagger out of.
go ahead. He pulls it out. And go ahead and roll a hit.
An 11 and an 8 is a 19.
19 absolutely hits this guy.
Yes.
Holy shit. 12 plus 1 is 13, plus 5 is 18 points of damage.
And as he pulls the dagger out, drops it on the ground and starts to raise his hands up where Grawl has been like, "We surrender, boys." And the flame blade just sticks in his chest as you walk up onto the stage, and he like tries to grab it, but it's flame, and so his finger's just gonna pass through, burn skin, and he like tips over backwards, landing next to the glass case that like kind of slumping down against Lear's case. Grawl, fair enough.
And it'll disappear from his chest and reappear in my hand as I hit the edge of the cage and put my hand up and see if I can't get Lear's attention. Lear, are you still up? Talk to me, girl.
Ash, what are you doing?
How many people are left right now?
Grawl and the guy that ran off to the left. Grawl's looking hurt. The guy that ran off to the left seems to have stopped laughing and is like kind of recovering. But at Grawl's command is like getting ready to drop this the warhammer that he has.
I guess I would ask Felix, since he's the one that's talked to me about everything we do. Would Felix have told me about people giving up and how to approach? Okay. So then Ash would lower his hands, but he would still be swelling with fire and heat wave coming off of him. And he'll hold an action. I'll say he'll hold burning hands in case somebody attacks.
Okay. Felix?
Felix is going to sit there for a second, still grabbing his knee, stand up, and Lear should be semi next to me. Do I see any way of being able to get her out?
You'd have to inspect the glass case.
Gotcha.
These ones are.
Then, with that, he is going to take Grawl's hands and behind the back, and then grab rope.
Wait,
do I have rope? I should have rope.
Oh yeah, you have rope. We'll say you have just a little bit because you're in like fine dress attire, color adventures. Like you're prepared for this shit. You've got a short length of rope. You can bind his hands.
Okay.
Unfucking necessary. But gave up. Angel?
Angel is going to grab Growl by the throat and say, "Where's Mav?"
I am unworthy of life. Really quick. Yashta, your last one in the order here. What is Yashta doing?
I'm going to take my cue from everybody else. And I see that Ash and Felix are like, no, right? They didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're holding.
Yeah, so I've still got my crossbow up, like it's loaded, but I'm just like,
okay.
Do I need to reroll my Mayfair's Mischief? It just changes again?
We'll say from this point you can just kind of choose the effect that's happening. There's nobody in the effect bubble right now. They're either dead or a zombie, and so it's just kind of spiraling. It's molasses is turning into sunflowers, and like all this weird shit is just happening. There's a smell of pie.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
For a minute.
Felix, Yeah, and then as Felix is like, fucking Mav. What's a Mav?
And Angel is gonna gesture towards Lear. Her brother.
They don't fucking tell me the merchandise's name, Angel. Ooh, he looks. I hadn't even noticed the fucking similarities. She's yours, isn't she?
Where did you get them?
Fucking the proprietor of the estate arrested his soul, I fucking guess, last I heard. Apparently was done with her. All out of juice, as you batteries are concerned. From what I've picked up. If you want to fucking take her, she's easily worth at least, 5 lives, as it were?
And she just like cuts him off at that point and attacks him again with the whip. She is going in to kill.
Is she going for the kill?
She's going for the kill.
If nobody moves to stop Angel.
Felix would.
Okay. Felix, I'm going to say, with you tying him up, the only way... 1 second. Angel, are you using one of the poison effects?
Hold on. I don't know. I mean, yes, but I don't know which one I can. Can I use the same
You
one
get
again?
to choose. You can choose. I'm pretty sure. I think with this one, I don't know why I'm sitting with my hands behind my back like I'm tied up. I'm like, what's up? What's up, guys?
Hold on. Let me read it really quick.
You can
Serpent venom, I
continue
think.
to use serpent venom, but if you use another poison, you can't use it until the next dawn. So you can keep using serpent venom as much as you'd like.
Serpent venom.
Okay, roll the hit.
Okay. 14 plus 7 is
21.
21.
Thank you. 21.
Felix,
Which
would Felix put himself in harm's way to protect Grawl?
Ooh,
The blow is coming.
That is rough. He would do everything he could to move him out of the way, and if he couldn't move him out of the way, he's going to do everything he can to interfere with the amount of damage. So he would use his.
So let's go, Rachel. Roll again at disadvantage as Felix pulls him out of the way.
at disadvantage or just one dice?
So roll the d20 again, and if it's lower.
Okay. 6 and 7 is 13.
13.
Does not hit.
So Felix is able to pull him out of the way. Had she still hit, there would have been another step here. But Felix, you pull him out, and the snake's talons sink into the air just inches before where his face was.
He is going to, he's going to put him behind him. Go, Angel. I understand this is your family, and I know you're upset. But he's trying to make a living, and I understand it's a shitty living. I get it. But he's doing everything that he can to protect his family, just like you're doing.
Doman, at this point,
he's not the one that did this.
Doman, you found the latch and are able to open the case that Lear is in. And as you kind of like kneel and doing the Lear, can you hear me? You're an illusion. You're an illusion again. And she's just like covering her ears as you begin to talk to her.
I'll grab both sides of her head and put her forehead to mine and drop in healing hands until she gets better. If it's all 8, great. If it's 1 or 2, great. But drop in 1 and then 2 and then 3.
Okay, and like she looks a little bit better. some of the open wounds, those circles close just after, we'll say, 2 or 3 points.
Okay.
She looked physically a little bit better, but the skin is still taut. Things that healing don't, like magical healing, don't just automatically fix. But the light in her eyes hasn't come back. They're still blue. There's still a beautiful color looking into the eyes of your daughter, but it's not, they don't radiate like they used to. There's no light. Compared to what they used to be, they seem dull, almost lifeless.
I also
Something's
tried,
been taken.
Okay.
And in that moment, Felix as well is going to go, I believe your daughter needs you more than this cretin.
And Angel is gonna say, "Step out of my way, or you die too."
Is that really the example you want to set for your daughter?
You can tell there is no logic in her right now, and there is probably something else influencing her.
Right.
If I can jump in, after Daman doesn't see any improvement, you see him glow a little bit redder and hold up his hand and lets 2 Eldritch Blasts go into the back of Grawl.
Okay. Roll the hit. At advantage because he's tied up. Felix? Just David.
Would I even be able to see that? Would be my question. Would I be so focused on Angel?
So normal, I know we like to stay really in character and make decisions, and I want people to be able to do that. In light of avoiding unwanted conflict, do you want Felix to have a chance to intervene? Or do you want Felix to not notice? These are great moments either way. We're not
dice
diminishing
decide.
the story. If you want to let the dice decide, go ahead and Yashta counterspells. We don't need the roll. It's a cantrip. There's no opposed roll. Yashta counterspells Eldritch Blast as Doman.
But he let off 2, didn't he?
No,
It's a
It's
single
one
spell.
Oh,
spell.
it's just one. Okay.
It's
Sorry.
one spell. Eldritch Blast is counterspelled. Doman, you look and you see Yoshta at the edge of the stage with her hand lifted.
I just look over, I put my hand on Angel, and I said, wait, we can find out more information. We still haven't found your son. I can
He
make him tell the
will.
truth.
He will die.
I'm not saying that he won't die. I'm saying I'm on your side, but I still think there could be some more information. Doman, don't do that again. Take care of your daughter. Angel, Felix is right. Go to your daughter. Go. And I hold
What?
up my
Okay.
crossbow to her, like I'm pointing it at you.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Rachel wants to stop. Angel would not. How can I? What would you recommend be the role that I do to make this decision?
Say like a wisdom save, in my opinion.
I would say
Was it wisdom save?
Yoshta,
Oh, I can roll a persuasion.
intimidation.
Oh, intimidation. Yeah.
Intimidation. Angel, we're going to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because of what the player wants, you can fudge this roll if you'd like. If you can tell us whatever number you want. Because again, I never want to force player combat. It makes sense, but we don't have to do an opposed roll. If Angel if it makes sense, it makes sense for Angel to look at with Felix. Maybe a fight was a little bit more imminent. You haven't known him long.
Right.
You've known Yashta. If she's to the point that she's standing against you,
And the
taking
option
a
to kill is
beat.
still there.
Taking a beat to say, fine, let me check on my daughter, is a reasonable beat to take. And we're not going like there are times when we let the dice decide the story, when we let bad things happen. But if y'all are about to brawl, we need to make sure it's because you as players see this as the best outcome.
Loving it.
What is
everybody else
Ash
feel?
doing? What is Ash doing right? I want to know what Ash
Yeah,
is seeing
so-
weapons leveled.
Yeah, Ash
shots
is like
fired.
full panic mode right now. Like he is glowing. And the only thing he knows to do at this point is to cast Friends and scream stop. And trying to persuade everyone to stop. As a child crying out for help.
We're not going to do rolls here. We are going to let each of you respond. As a child, a voice suffused with magical energy pulls on you. Stop.
I mean, I wasn't actually going to shoot. I just was trying to convince it.
No,
I
yeah, that's
mean,
fine. The child
okay.
behind you does not know that.
I see Yosha. I see Yosha just immediately turn around. I wasn't gonna do it. I swear.
I was just like, thought maybe like looking down the edge of a crossbow bolt would be like, oh shit.
With
Okay.
Okay.
the echoing cry, stop. Suffused with just enough magic. This is not going to use a spell slot or anything from Ash
Oh, it's at will.
to pull each of your attention. Okay. Will has to make a
No,
saving throw.
no. I mean, like it's a cantrip, is what I mean. Like Friends is a cantrip for me.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Will Delman feels it the most. And Irresistible pull to at least pay attention. Each of you hear Ash, a child's voice begging the adults around to stop. Ash, do you speak? What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
Only 12.
Any of,
Jesus.
any of you that speak Draconic will understand this. A deep, deep voice from one side of the room. Childfire. They will betray you, for they do not understand the flame. And a deep, burning red pulses out as this dragon that you've noticed, a puff of primordial fire melts the stone at its feet a little bit more turned to slag. They will quench you, as they are so keen to quench the flame in each other, and they should burn. And I think, that's a good note to leave on for Christmas. I think
Christmas break? We're gonna be gone for like
Christmas break.
3 weeks.
We got like 3 weeks. We got
Yeah.
Over
3
3 weeks? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
You guys
'cause-
want to meet up on Christmas?
We'll be back on the 8th,
Nope.
right?
No Christmas. No
Yeah, we'll
New
be
Year's.
back.
It's gonna 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3.
3 weeks with a party poised to kill each other. I want you guys to really think about what you've done and if you're about to murder each other.
Fair.
The great thing is you all have backup characters ready to go, whether they're pirates or
Felix was my.
We just
backup
go back and forth between
character.
Sheila trying to pirate captain ship.
right, 'cause Sheila stayed behind. Lady Featherweight's just been a druid the whole time. That's let's see. Yeah, so we're not playing the 25th. That's clear. We're not playing the first. So we're only off 2 weeks. We're back the 8th. We're not playing the next 2
So
weekends.
we won't be here for
It'll be
until the
3
third week.
weeks.
Until
the
the
third
third week. We're off for 2 weeks, back the third. We just have a child being told, hey, burn your friends. They suck. Some sentient items. An item that Will doesn't know. It's just a redo. It's a redo of something. I think it's gonna be great. We're playing. We're probably gonna be playing video games this week. Will, David, and I are gonna be beginning a playthrough of Baldur's Gate at some point. We have to figure that out. I know with the holidays and travel plans, it's tough. We will figure that out. It's gonna be on Twitch. Y'all get the notifications. You're all subscribed or followers. You all follow us. It's wonderful. Thank you for that. And I suppose, thank you so much for joining us. I've had a wonderful time tonight. I hope you all have as well. Wonderful holidays, whichever holiday you might celebrate. We will see you at the very latest on the 8th. Love you all. Have a great night.